because the soldiers are come. Boom, live and direct. The real reggae soldiers are come, and we don't have no gun. Babylon, you abandon. It's a war, real reggae war, yeah. Real reggae soldiers, and we don't need no gun. We are soldiers, and we will make Babylon run. Reggae soldiers, and we don't need no gun. Then take the fire away a bun. And we are reggae soldiers, and we don't need no gun. We are soldiers, and make a Babylon run. Reggae soldiers, need no gun. We don't need no gun. Bob Marley fight from back in the 80s. The hypocrite and they had the races, yeah. Lady. Boom! Live and direct. Need no gun, me I need no bomb. The stage and a mic and I'm a hand. Well, you wanna listen to me song? Watch how we gone Babylon. We're reggae soldiers. We're soldiers. I'm here live and direct. Then take your fire away a bun. And we are reggae soldiers. We don't need no gun. Reggae soldiers. The licks are begin to I will kill them. Until we send them, I purge them. The message we send them is gonna purge them. Yeah. Teacher D. Reggae soldier. Teacher D. Big man. Watch Babylon get defeat. Need no gun, reggae soldiers. We make Babylon run, reggae soldiers. We don't need no gun. Give me a stage and a mic and I'm a hand. And we're going to make Babylon run. No Babylon run, reggae soldiers. We don't need no gun. I'm here. We got them some reggae soldiers. Germany got some reggae soldiers. African Canada got some reggae soldiers. Yeah, man. Canada got some reggae soldiers. Of course. Yo, should I come? I'm here. Okay, let's stop the music. But that's me. I like to start with music. It's a good vibe. It's a good vibe. Reggae soldier, we're not going to run for sure. Give me a stage and a mic and a hand. The stage can be YouTube for now. I got the mic. I got the mic and the stage. I'm good. How are you? I'm back alive and direct. Tubing again, for sure. Always tubing. Today, the subject of my my talk today is, yeah, you're awakening. Don't see it as a curse. See it as a gift. See it as a gift. You know, this is, I've seen it a bit as a curse at one point, you know, because you know, there's signs that you start to awake, you start to feel things a bit deeper. And I think it's just feeling things deeper. It's just questioning and awakening your conscience and becoming conscious of what you eat, of what you talk about, of what you hear, of, you know, a man or a woman that is oriented towards truth and living that truth will decide what he wants to hear. You know, you got to be selective. You got to become selective, especially on the path of awakening, because I don't think you can be suddenly awake. You suddenly start to question things. Yeah, but for me to awakening, to be awake, to be fully awake is a lifetime work on yourself. And but we're all on the path of awakening. We're all seekers, like I said. We seek on different levels. Some seek distraction. Some seek distraction. Some seek greatness. Some seek truth. Some seek, you know, we're all seekers that at one point we come here and we're put into a place like the earth. And it's like, what is life all about? You know, what is the meaning of life? I think we all ask that question at one point in our lives. We're not completely numb. We're numb to reality, but we're not completely robotic. So we all ask questions at one point in our lives. It's just that the level of distraction differs from person to person. Some are more distracted, will take longer. Some don't see that they're fully distracted, they don't see it. So it's very much a work on yourself. You cannot awake someone else. Like yesterday, I had someone on Facebook. I posted something and created a bit of reaction. But my point was, but that's what Facebook wants you to do, to react. Me, I was more into response than reaction. But that's the engineering behind Facebook. It's the reaction, get people to react. But anyway, it's like people, it's like they want to have the stuff ended to them. Like the guy came and he said, enlighten me on the stuff that you know. I cannot enlighten you. It's up to you to seek the stuff, to seek the greatness, to clear the confusion inside you. I cannot do it for you. I come here. I can only talk, shine my light, talk about my experience, and you see it the way you see it. I mean, I'm not a preacher. I'm not a preacher, and I don't want to wake you up. You have to wake up yourself. But I'm telling you, wake up. For sure, I'm telling you, wake up, because there is something that deserves our attention. But now, if you want to wake up, if you prefer stay with the illusion in the matrix, I can do nothing. It's your choice, and I'm okay with that. If my life, me, I see it as a gift to have received this, to have the opportunity to be here on YouTube with you and be able to do that, have that strength. That's totally a gift. That's totally a gift from above, and I cannot. I'm very, very conscious that if I have, not everybody have that strength, have that drive of contribution and stuff. And me, it's fully activated. So what should I do? Just stay dormant on it and listen to other people say that I should not do nothing with my life? And no, at one point, you start to not only awake to what's going on the outside, but awakening to who you are. And that's very important. That's the most important part of our lives, is to get in touch with who we really are deep down inside. It's not that we're not here to be distracted, but that's what we love. We love the fantasy. We love the distraction and the matrix stuff and the illusion and the pseudoscience and all the stuff that keeps us away from who we are really deep down inside, the big self-examination, the big deep look inside ourselves. We prefer have even that given to us, defined for us what we are and what we can, everything. Sometimes most of us prefer have the definitions than to define ourselves. It's to define yourself, define a living soul, but that's a big, big work. Look. That's a big work, especially if you start later on during your life. It's the more you go on, the more you went in school, the more indoctrination, the more inculcation, and all that stuff on you. At one point, I don't know. I don't think it can. Maybe the assimilation of all this stuff will be maybe at a lower pace than if you're younger. Like Gavin, I shoot him everything, and he sees clear. He's like, yeah, that makes sense. His brain hasn't been brainwashed so much, but us adults were very, very brainwashed at one point. We just repeat the program without even questioning anything. So at least. We should question certain of our actions, for sure. It's not about destroying, for sure. Where are we in here? Hold on, I don't even have the chat on and stuff. But yeah, at one point I was seeing it maybe a bit as a curse. I was like, why me? Why me? I even said it here at one point. Why this happening to me? And but today, with more reflection, I see it really as a gift. But as if you have the chance, if you're lucky enough to be different, to have a different state of mind, it's not that you're so different physically, but you have a different state of mind. Obviously, you have a different state of mind than a few people. I can realize that. But it's not like I'm not different in outside. We all have the same biological equipment to make sense of reality. That's what I said to this man yesterday. We all have the same equipment to make sense of reality. I said, come live. I said, I'll share my my insights with you. I cannot wake you up. I cannot make you see it. Like he said, oh, what tells you that the earth is flat? I said, I never said the earth was flat. First of all, you assume that the earth is flat. Never said that. To me, it's a shapeless realm. I was going to explain him that, everything in detail, the way I see it. But, we get lost in definition. That's the thing. We want a definition absolutely to where we are and what we do and what to do. It's like, forget everything that everyone told you. It's first party, first party. You figuring things out. That's what we need to do. We need to figure out life without Babylon, without any thoughts of other people. That's how I see it. It's really figuring out. And if I tell you, if I come and instruct you on the reality, it's a lie right there. I cannot instruct you, or I can only give you insights, what I see, the way I see it. But I'm not forcing anyone on a journey here. You embark if you want. You take your journey if you want. I'm on a journey. I've been on a journey young. I started that journey probably around 15-year-old. I just got sucked in the matrix at one point and didn't ask too much question out of life. But I always been on that. This is me you get here. This is not the fake stuff of the Mask of Babylon. It's really the real Yannick or Janik, or the name has no importance for me. It's not really relevant. But that's the real that's the real essence. That's the real substance, the real essence of who I am. You get it here because I don't put a mask. I don't protect no image. I am my own boss. I don't give a shit what people think of me. That's the thing also. Once you become more self-reliant and more less with attachment outside in Babylon and people you have to answer to, or you become a bit more free also. You don't give a shit so much about the image and the stuff to but yeah, it's a gift. It's a gift from above the line. Yeah, maybe we're floating on clouds, as above so below. I don't know, but there's something certainly happening to us. Like, I don't want to, in me, I have a bit, like, I don't want to separate myself from the rest of the people, but there's a point in life where you got to move out the herd. I'm starting to really, at one point I said I want to become an immaculate member of a herd of sheep. That I think was my goal. But I think, I don't know, the herd and the sheep and the people that wants to follow the herd, often they don't even want to expand. They don't want to expand, even because I see that with some reggae people that I have around me on Facebook, and I try to state something in them, to try to, I don't know, to instigate something, to start, not a debate, but I don't know, give them some insights, or there's something out there. There's a big deception, lots of lies, and if we want the world to change, we're gonna have to first of all point out the liars. I think we have done that, the liars, the Babylonian, and all that. But it's up to us. It's up to us to look into our eyes and having a self-realization at one point. Also, not only realize the stuff in Babylon, but realize who we are, and that we can participate, we can contribute, we can have that sense of mission, that is to not only save humanity, but saving yourself in the first place. Maybe if you succeed saving yourself, you're going to inspire a lot of people. That's the thing. If by saving yourself, by living your truth, by living from a place of truth, you will inspire a lot of people. So you don't need to really shove it down the throat of people. Just shine your light. Live from truth, that's what we want to see. That's what I want to see. I'm fed up of fakery. So when I see someone real and really authentic with real vibes, I get very inspired from that. That's the people I want to have around me. Things that inspire me. I don't want to have things that downpress me and like Babylon stuff and Matrix and illusions. Like, I want more on the side of truth after maybe receiving that gift, or maybe I called for it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's all. It's weird to say all these things takes place, but for me, it's really a circumstance thing that brought me here. My circumstances brought me here, made me who I am, for sure. For sure. But I took also the circumstances. I did something with it. It's not just to to wait for circumstances or things to happen for you to start moving in life. I think we can all, at one point, become responsible and just look in to our eyes, and are we satisfied with the life we live? The lie? Are we satisfied with the lie we live? It's more that's not the life, is the lie we live, because we all pretty much live a lie and perpetrate that lie and encourage that lie, and we don't see clear. And some people come along to just, tuck tuck. There's something, bro. Something deserve your attention. Hello, like, and especially if you don't fit in, it should be like that. Me, it was like that. The moment I saw, and that's probably the information, like I said yesterday, that's probably the information I was waiting for. This blue ball joke thing, that the Earth is not a blue ball, a big blue ball floating in space. To me, that was a revelation for sure. That you can go back in my video, the first video I came out, I said it's not. You don't discover how bad the world is you discover how powerful you are. It's a discovery. It's a moment of discovery. That's what I want people to get in touch with. I don't like the shape of the Earth. None of us can prove it anyway. I'm not telling the Earth is flat. It's a ball. It's a triangle. It's a turtle. I don't know what it is. I've never seen it. I go outside, take a picture of the Earth. That's what I have. That's the only real picture of the Earth you'll ever have. It's the one you take yourself outside in nature. But a picture of the whole thing, forget about it. So to me, it's shapeless. We're on a realm. We're on a realm. It's shapeless, and it's not so relevant. The shape of the Earth. We're all here. We always been here. The sun still shines. Everything is there. The love, the abundance, the paradise. It's still there. But it's us. We have confused minds, and we think that Babylon will solve the problem. We think that Babylon has all the answers and all the pseudoscience to help us solve problems. But at one point, it's just as an adult, to be responsible and start, just, especially if people come to you with some insights or, stuff you've never questioned before. I'm not from the government. My friends are not from the government. We're all on Facebook and YouTube trying to see clear in the program. And we go to some of our brothers and sisters and we try to tell them, listen, bro, there's something that deserves your attention. You might have not questioned this before. This is the thing. We're all here to try to see clear, to inspire each other. And then you end up facing some people that have very close mind and very, I don't know, they think you're there just to, I don't know, confuse them or something, but they're confused themselves. That's the thing. Anyway, it's very hard sometimes to, Government is collapsing. They have no power, and everybody knows that they lie. That's the thing. Everybody knows that the government is lying on many, many things. Like, they would lie to you on, pretty much everybody knows about 9/11, and then you doubt. You think they tell you the truth. On there, you think they're gonna tell you any truth? You're in la la land, fantasy land. You're gone far. If you think the government are telling you the truth on anything, you're delusional. You're delusional, and that's the proof right there. That they tell us a bunch of lies. It's corrupt from top to bottom. It's corrupt. The whole thing. They pocket money on us. They extort us, extort tax and all kinds of shit. But we're there very passive and believe everything they tell us. And we go encourage them. We go back and vote and do all these unconscious things like robots, drone. And we don't remember. We forget very, very easily. And especially also in people that start to awake and see more clear, sometimes we forget that the government is not there to they don't care about us. You think they care about you? You think you matter in the equation? You think you matter in their scheme and their plot and their plan? Come on. I know I don't matter, and that's why I'm here to create my own life, my own reality, not my own reality, because we're the same collective reality, but create something. Anyway, I'm going to create something. I'm going to criticize them with creation by creating something, not by staying passive on the sideline and waiting for people to take responsibility and make a change. I decided to be the change. And Babylon, 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 you're going to burn. For sure. That's what we need. We just need to burn Babylon, the one inside us, the one on the outside, the one on the every all the lies and deception has to go, and we have to start, seeing the what is there for like government and stuff for what it is. The government to govern your mind. So anything coming from the government, military, and these people, I question everything. All the false flag like I said yesterday, those organized shooting, and I question so much. I don't think nothing for, especially after finding out, the big lie about Earth. You question everything. You question everything. If they lie to you if they give you a blue the Earth, and it's a felony, a lie, a complete illusion. Imagine the rest they can do. Come on. It's just we don't see things. We're very, very blind. We have not blinders on, because that's probably what we need. But our eyes are wide shut. I don't know. There's something with us, a veil, because all this is common sense. Also, like I explained to the guy yesterday, I said it's all common sense. I say I'm not gonna brainwash you in anything. I'm just want you to think for yourself. Forget about what they told you. Even about what I tell you, think for yourself. Can you think for yourself? Can you have thoughts that doesn't come from someone else, whether it's flat earth or round earth or whatever, conspiracy or whatever thing you have in your head? Can you have an original thought? That's what I'm asking you. Just think for yourself. Don't think what I think. Don't think think for yourself. But it seems to be a big deal sometimes to just think for ourselves. You look very, very weird when you start thinking for yourself, because people are gonna judge you because you question things that they don't, and the ego gets a bit because, hey, I have never questioned this. Well, but it's all at one point that we have to rise above that. Yeah. Liar, liar, pants on fire, bring on the dragons. That's it. I can't imagine believing all the false flag. I would be scared. This is the thing, too. This is the thing. Imagine if you believe all this. Imagine if you believe all their lies. My mother is like that. My mother is like that. She's on TV. So they believe that stuff. Imagine the fear inside. I watched it the other day for 5 minutes on YouTube. And I had fear inside at one point. I'm like, is this fucking real? Then I start to look. I said, no, it's gotta be stage. It's gotta be stage for sure. Come on, for sure. Then I look more and more and more. Yeah, but that's what they want us to be in fear. To be in fear. Now imagine how much people are gonna be in fear, and the masses follow this. They follow everything. They think it's real. They think it's real. Everything they see on TV is real. It's like there's two worlds, the one on TV and the one without TV. The one without TV is much, much better. I'm telling you, unplugged from that box. It's a must. This is a fear propaganda box. That's all it is. It's feed us fears, and because also all the commercials and the material stuff. That's what the material stuff do to you. It's going to put you in fear because you're afraid to lose it. You're going to do everything to keep it. You're going to do everything. You're going to work like a madman to collect materials, to have a nice car, a nice house that no one gives a fucking shit about except you just flashing. Like, it's just so nonsense that all the stuff we accumulate. We're not here to hoard things. We're not here to start order things. It's people like to hoard stuff and keep stuff and accumulate things. It's like we're so lost. So lost. It's all stage, mock disaster, out of work actor justifying a psychic. Yeah, it's a crisis actor crisis galore or something like crisis actor galore. It's all illusion to me. It's a very brain from Seoul. It is lonely waking up. Yeah, you can feel lonely at the beginning. I felt lonely at the beginning. I felt a bit. Yeah, hold on. I'll come back on this. Give me 2 seconds. Boom! Live and direct. Yeah, lonely. can feel lonely. Can feel lonely a bit at the beginning. Yeah, I had that feeling of loneliness because no one around you see it. Like, try to tell it to your mother, don't see it. Try to tell it to your father, don't see it. They don't want. They don't care. Or the neighbor, no one cares about around you except you. So you feel lonely for sure. But I think when I started to feel less lonely is when I really started to open my heart and connect with people. And from that moment, I never feel alone. I never feel alone now. Now, never feel alone, especially that I come here on YouTube with you guys like this every day, every first light. I'm here live and direct. It's a very good energy, and I don't count on this. I'm very okay with my solitude too. I feel very good alone. It's not a problem for me also, but I don't feel alone. I don't have no problem being alone. I have no problem being alone, but feeling alone, I'll never have that feeling of alone, being alone, because I'm with all my brothers and sisters here on earth. So I don't feel alone. Family is the one that shows you real unconditional love. I saw a video from who is it yesterday? Ralph. Ralph has a video out. It's 10 uncomfortable signs of awakening, that you're awakening and stuff. Go check his video. It's very good. Except he's saying that he's talking about Mars and stuff. It's just some stuff I discarded. I don't know when Ralph is going to start. He's telling us to think for ourselves, but then he's talking to me about Mars and the space. So it's like, it's a bit contradictory. For me, thinking for yourself is really, you're a free thinker. You think for yourself, not someone else's stuff, not original. You want to be an original and figure things out. So you don't need someone else in your life. But the aloneness thing, for what I was talking about, Brian from Seoul. Are you from Seoul, seriously? Or are you from Quebec? Are you from Seoul or from Quebec? Brian is right. It truly is. It truly is. Yeah. But that's more at the beginning. But because at the beginning we're confused. I was confused also, because that's a reflection of your growth, being confused. Embrace the confusion, the loneliness, and all that stuff that you feel, because it's a reflection of your growth. Today I feel very. Okay, you're in Korea. Okay. I thought it was Brian from Seoul, from Quebec. No, it's a Brian from Seoul, from Korea. So we have someone from Korea here. It goes far, the Motivation Academy thing. I'm happy to see this. The message, you see, this is the beauty of the thing. This is the beauty of, look, we have Brian here from Korea. Imagine me, I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. You make my day, Brian. Very, very much. I know there's sometimes people from far that can watch, but they don't all manifest, and I don't always know. But if you manifest like this, I love it. It's great to know that the message is. It's not about me. I don't want to be famous. To forget about me in the equation. I'm not even there. Don't even count me in there. It's about us. It's about us seeing what we need to see to rise. To rise, because all this will empower you. It's a gift. It's a gift. So what do you do with a gift? Awakening is a gift. What do you do? Sit on your ass and do nothing? No, you do something with a gift. You start working on your skills. You start creating something. You want to be an original from that point. From your point of awakening, from the moment you awake, you're like, okay, I'm here for something big, something great. Each and every one of us here, we're all here for, especially if you have the blessing. I don't like to use that word blessing, but if you're no, I don't want to use bless. If you have if you're highly favored or fortunate enough to receive that truth or know that truth about the world, it should certainly empowers you. Divine love. What did I mark on Facebook before? Divine love is very empowering, or something. I don't remember what I marked. Divine love empowers you to higher levels. That's what it does. Divine love, this is what we got to get in touch with. And that's the unconditional love. So that's very profound. It's not the love, I love you to your girlfriend, boyfriend, or wife, husband. It's more than that. To me, and this is conditional love. It's in between couple, it's conditional love. That's the thing. It's, the unconditional love, people have not much idea. I'm telling you where it is. Even me, I'm starting to get in touch with this. But that's much more, that's the divine love. That's what I'm talking about. Divine love is unconditional. There shouldn't be a condition to love each other, to get in. That's so crazy, but we put conditions, and sure, it's conditional, the love in between lovers, because if she cheat on you or you cheat on her, I'm pretty sure you'll be fucking gone out the door. So it's conditional, and if you disrespect her too much or you're too much of a jerk, she'll get rid of you. So it's conditional. He can be a jerk, he can cheat on her, he can do this, can do that. So it's very, very, very conditional. It's a love that is conditional, not unconditional. So it's fake. So it's fake. So that's why I always said that marriage is a slave sex trade. That's all it is. My wife would be mad for hearing that, but I told her before anyway. I told her everything what I think about that, but at one point it's just to be aware of what is unconditional love. This is where I'm going, but anyway, that's me. But I see it this way now. This keeps me pressing on. Press on, press on. That's what we need. We need to press on the gas and release the brake. But now we have the brake and the gas on. And it's like, it's jerking. I want to go, but it's jerking. Like, release the brake. Gas to the floor, and let's go. We're going the ride of our life. That's the ride of our life. For sure, me, that's the ride of my life. And that's what we need at one point, to take some kind of ride, not to be so passive all the time and wait for something to come and save us. It's up to us to look into our eyes and make changes. If it's pretty sure we all have something to change on ourselves, even me. I'm working on this stuff. Let me look at the world is watching, Pappy. Big up, Red. Felt like I was totally alone in the early 90s when eyes opened up shopping for food, reading labels. Yeah, the awakening goes into a different, you start awakening to the food. Me too. At first, it was the food because I was 300 pounds and I lost 100 pounds. So at first, it was the food. I started to read stuff. I'm like, looking at Jason Vale, juicing and all this. I'm like, hey, whoa, I think I'm intoxicated here. So I started to lose weight, to really cleanse my body. And it has some undesirable effect, for sure, to cleanse. You're going to get cramps, and what's coming out is very... like, you got to clean up. Like, that's what I've realized. I was very intoxicated with poison and all the stuff that we eat that is not really processable by our system, but it gets stuck in belly fats and around the organs, or so we have to clean up. Clean up was a first step of awakening for me, and I lost, like I said, 100 pounds just by cutting the meat and the milk product. I was drinking the milk straight from the cow and getting the cow in my freezer. So I stopped all this, dropped the weight down, and then I started to also read labels and stuff and realize that there was a lot of poison in the food. And sometimes it's disseminated also. They mark sugar, but in the sugar, they process the sugar and put something else in there too. So the poison is disseminated. And it's, again, I think it's just because as a whole, it's like going to war to another country. It's your country will go to war, but you will not go to war with the whole is always more unconscious than the individual. And that's for sure. Like, I would never go do what my country do in other countries, but my country takes very good pleasure at going to kill other people in other countries. So, but there's the same thing with when it comes for the food. For the food, the same thing. Same. It's just at one point, we have to identify where is the poison, and what is supporting us or not. If it doesn't support you, maybe you should not consume it. But that's what I've realized. Now the awakening is going through the early steps of cleansing. Yeah. Good luck, Brian. Good luck, Brian. That's a major step to clean out, because after also you have what I experienced from cleansing my body and keeping a body alkaline, because I didn't even know I had to keep my body alkaline. It's deep, là. Like, I started to know that when I watched Tony Robbins. One day I watched a video of Tony Robbins, and he was telling people that it's important to be alkaline and stuff. I'm like, hey, why they don't tell us that in school? You know? Why this stuff is not taught to children to keep their body alkaline? And they never told me that, and you never learn about that. They give us the Guide alimentaire canadien, the Canadian Alimentary Guide. And then you should see the horror in there, all the stuff, the animal product and stuff. So, you know, we're not taught to keep a body alkaline. We're not taught to, look, I have a list here of stuff that we should teach to children in school. I have a list here. I'm going to read it to you. Okay, I made a list of what we should what should be taught to children, but certainly not, you know, we should certainly teach them to keep a body alkaline. For me, there was a big change for me when I realized that. I said, hey, whoa, what, I'm putting acid stuff in my body? Like, what is that shit I'm putting in there? So then I started to do some research, and yeah, effectively, I was putting a lot of stuff that shouldn't have been there, and now once you cleanse, for sure you're gonna have discomfort. It brings a lot of discomfort, the cleansing process, but it's gonna last maybe a month or two, of deep uncomfort, maybe a month of uncomfort. If you juice a lot, like if you go intense on juicing on spinach, I suggest eat a lot of spinach. Spinach will make you lose weight also. Very, very good. That's how I lost weight. I lose a lot of weight. It's I was eating a lot of spinach. I remember that. I was bringing bowls of spinach at work, and I remember that. I was always like a bit somewhat conscious, but not fully, because you know, even like I say all the time, it's not so much about becoming vegan or shit like that, or buzzword like that. I don't care about it's just I don't want to cause harm. I don't want to cause harm with what I eat. So it's no harm. It's just the no harm diet. No harm diet. It's just the simple stuff like that, and it's not so much to be vegan or this and that, or no. It's more a normal way of living, not hurting anything around us, and being centered, aligned, and creating in alignment with nature. I don't know. I don't find this list. Where did I put it? I read it yesterday. But anyway, there's certainly some stuff that, oh, there we go. You know, how to use and develop one's intuition. You know, they never told me that my intuition and my mind was very powerful and I could create my reality. You know, we're not taught I'm in Canada. I'm in Quebec, near Montreal. Canada, yeah, that's it. Went to Montreal a long time ago. Was very clean there, yeah. It's not that it's dirty, but it's just chaotic. The city is very chaotic with traffic and more and more people, and the roads don't change, so it's chaos on the road. But you take the public transport and you avoid a lot of the chaos. I've never had a car in Montreal. I always use the metro and the buses, and there's lots of public transportation around Montreal, and to go pretty much everywhere. So it's not you don't have to have a car in Montreal. You can use a public transportation. I think, and I always love to take the metro. It's so relaxed. You know, you can look at people around. You can talk with people. Have great meet some new people. You know, I love the social life. I love people. So for sure, me, I can talk to anybody. There's nobody that make me shy or that No, me, I always have a smile on my face, especially when I see life, when I interact with life, which is us, me, life. I'm amazed. Was there in 72. Oh, so you're a bit older than me, Brian, then, because 72, I wasn't even born. I'm born in 73. Yeah, a year after that. Marriage should be like teams. Best friend, teammates. Yeah. Going through the earliest conditional contract confused. Conditional. Yeah. Yes, this is true. This keeps me pressing on. Yeah. So yeah. So no, that's it. That's what did I say about children? Now that's what I was talking about. So how to use and develop one's intuition, the laws of attraction. You know the laws of attraction, and again, there the laws of attraction. It's not to tell the children to put a vision board in front of them, sit in their office, and envision the whole thing coming to reality. No, you need action. So you need to teach them how to conquer their fears, how to explain them that fear is an illusion, that there's no fear other than fearing fear itself. But even that, it's a hamster wheel. So fear shouldn't even be something we worry about, other than if there's a saber-toothed tiger chasing you down the street, or a big someone after you, know, with a gun or something, then maybe you should run. But that you will do it instinctively. You know, the fear response come instinctively in us, but the fear of what other people think, and that shouldn't even stop us or immobilize us. So if we teach that to children very young, empower them very young, good chance that they move out of this nonsense fear propaganda stuff. Cause and effect. Cause and effect. You know, that's one thing I should have maybe been more aware when I was younger, the cause and effect of my actions, but I paid the price. How to be present in the now. How to be present in the now. But they are. They are very present in the now. But the thing is, some children, they're so brainwashed. The parents put so much brainwashed TV in front of them that you talk to them, they're not present. There's children that come to my house here, and they never say hi to me. Like they don't say hi to me. They don't talk. They don't talk. They're very like that. You don't seems to feel the joy in them because the brainwash. Because they're used to, all they want to do is go back on TV, go back on their tablet, go back on their game. So they're not present in the moment. This is what these things does. All the stuff that takes us out of the now, takes our children out of the now, shouldn't even be something we use or support, or so TVs and shit like that. It's just program the brain of our children, and we voluntarily give them the programming on a silver platter, plug them on the TV, because it's less work for parents to, it's better, you know, it's less work for them. They're so in their head, the parents are so in their head with the responsibility, the debts, the stuff that they're not present themselves. So they're gonna put the non-presents, they offer non-presents to their children, also putting them in front of the TV and lobotomizing them, and not realizing that they're teaching the same, they're gonna end up robots like them. And you know, it's generation from generation. Takes a break at one point, you know, in the family, and that's probably what I'm doing now. My children are not gonna tell lies to their children, and their children also. So, you know, it's just you need a break at one point also in the nonsense in the family. I think be the change. Me, I'm being the change in there, and no way that I will tell lies to my children. I want them to figure it out, to also not believe everything they are told, and be in the now. Very important. Mathematics relating to nature. Yeah, there is mathematics relating to nature for sure. Nature, but that's not pseudoscience. You know, now we have mathematics and a long equation, long like this. For what? For what? Why do we learn this, honestly? I went to school. There's equation en algebra. En algebra. I did one in the CEGEP. It was algèbre vectorielle et linéaire. Okay, algebra vectorielle et linéaire. The equation long like this. I'm telling you, sometimes 2 line. Like, why is that? Why make life so complicated? But that's what they want us to see life as a big equation and something very hard to solve. You know, that's the programming. That's what I see today. Because life is very easy. We don't need equation. Life is very easy to figure out once you open your heart and you let the love flow in and out, and life will be your teacher. You don't need a mathematical equation. And mathematics related to nature, yeah, for sure. You know, there is mathematics related to nature, but not to pseudoscience. That's what I see. Newfoundland, 9:11 a.m. here, Newfoundland. Oh, That's what we were talking about before. Working on and improving oneself. Oh, the science of Nikola Tesla and free energy. I have never been told the name Nikola Tesla. Not that I put all the the the, the knowledge or the absolute truth to Nikola Tesla, but he's got great stuff for sure. For sure, a great mind and a great man. But I haven't done extensive research on that field. The science. I'm more into. I focus a lot on my stuff on creating a living soul. So I'm not so much into Nikola Tesla stuff. I've seen a bit of stuff. I interact with people talking to me about it. So yeah, free energy also. Energy is in the air. I think that's clear. That's what we tap into also. There's some kind of electricity in the air, mystic wind or mystic. How does Bob said it? Mystic blowing through the air, something like that. I lost it. But Bob has something on this, and that's what I think it is. It's what we get to tap to. It's that energy, that electricity in the air. That's why all the trees have points. And I talked to you about that, the sacred mission. So the points on your hair, the points, your fingers are points. We all have points. There's points everywhere in nature, and that's probably to tap into the cosmos. The cosmos for me exists, and it's what surrounds us. It's there, all the atmosphere, call it whatever you want, but it's more the cosmos. I like the word the cosmos, and that's what surrounds us. And in the cosmos there is energy for sure, and we tap into it permanently. That's what I think connects us also to the source. It's very, the stuff I'm explaining here, it's hard to explain with words. I'm trying to explain it with words, but it's the truth is outside ABC 123. I can only do so much with ABC 123, so I'm trying to explain it the best way I can, but it's another vibration than the spell that we have with words, and we all been put under the spell. So, but where we use it to communicate here, that's what I have to communicate with you. So, but we try to remain conscious with the words we use, with everything that we do. So we should not be. We should overstand the whole thing, and yeah, go along. Working on and improving oneself. Yeah, working on oneself, working on yourself. But go on the TV, go there, have distraction, be distracted in your life. It's more important to distract the children, to confuse them with nonsense than empower them and tell them to work on themselves. It's always easier to be distracted than working on yourself and having a self-examination in the mirror. It's easier to just have things said to you, mold your mind with someone else, and then you thinking for yourself and creating that living soul that you can be inspired by. Then that's be the inspiration. Don't just wait for inspiration, but at one point you be the inspiration. You seek inspiration. I've seek a lot for about 2 years before for a good year. It took me a good year before I take the leap to go on YouTube. But during that time, I got all kinds of strength from all kinds of speakers, I did all kinds of empowering work on myself, starved the distraction. It was a huge work on myself, and I did it in an accelerated way because that's all I had to do. So I was doing it every day, every hour of the day, and that was the goal to really. At one point, I knew I was destined for public speaking. I know that's my thing, but it's something you have to work on. I'm not gonna get there from one day to another. It's not. I want to do it myself too, and I don't want nobody to scoop me out, or I want to figure things out. And I'm patient. When patience is power. If you develop patience, especially we need to be more patient with the people that surrounds us, that we love, but also the patience with life, with your dream, what you want to accomplish here, because it's power. The moment patience and engage in consistent action. That's one thing Les Brown say often. He said that in one of his videos, and I really, really, it really resonates with me, to be patient for sure and engage in consistent action. That's so, so, so important if we want to even have a glimpse, an idea of who we are one day. We got to be patient. We got to be patient. It's going to come to you when you're ready. Experiences, truth, whatever you need to grow is going to come to you. Don't rush things. Don't rush things. Just do your thing. Focus on you, on getting, just becoming a better person is a huge deal, a huge command. And let the divine vibe do the rest. Me, that's how I see it. I do my part. I wake up every day and I make sure I'm positive. Take life on a higher level because of the divine love that I feel, that I exchange here, that we operate from, and that moves us to higher levels of empowering. That's what we need. That's what we need. I am young for sure, forever young. True, but the body aging is rough because you still remember what it is like when you were, yeah. Yeah, I'm in pain all day long. Yeah, I know what you mean. But if at our age you wake up and you have no pains because you're gonna be dead, so don't worry about pain. Embrace the pain. It's a good I use. YouTube's a painkiller for me, and that's how I use it. Mostly it's a painkiller because during the time I'm here, I don't think so much of the pain, and it empowers me to go after my thing. I know that pain will transform one day into some kind of reward. It will transform. So, but I gotta be patient. If I rush, if I want people to figure things out for me, it might not happen the same way that in the original way. So I gotta be very, yeah. But yeah, I feel you too. I know what you mean. It's not easy sometimes, for sure. I feel one of the hardest thing is growing old, aging. But that I say it often, Brian. We cannot prevent getting old, but we don't have to get older. That's the thing. We don't have to get older. I cannot prevent getting old. I'm starting to have white hair in my beard. I'm gonna hit 45. I'm not going younger. I know, but I'm not getting old. I'm not getting older. I'm staying young. I'm becoming younger. And that I say it every show here. Every show, every time I come here, I tell you I feel younger than I feel as young as when I was 20 years inside my head, for sure. For sure, because that's what la fontaine de jouvence. Tu sais, la fontaine de jouvence, comment tu appelles ça en anglais? Give me the word, someone. Fontaine de jouvence. Y a-t-il quelqu'un qui parle français ici qui peut me traduire ça? Fontaine de jouvence. The youth fountain, I think it's a youth fountain or something like that. The fountain of youth. I heard that often when I was on la fontaine de jouvence. It's when you feel young, but that's the awakening. When you start awakening, also, you're going to feel, that's a gift because you're going to feel younger. I feel younger than ever before. I feel more centered than ever before, more alive, and all this is a gift. It's not a curse. It's a gift. So use it. Use the gift and do something magnificent with it. That's my advice to you. Now I'll be back with on the Truman Show. I'll be on the Truman Show at 9 o'clock. I'm going to leave you because I got to get ready for that. I'm ready, but I have a few stuff to do couple stuff to prepare my own preparation and send have the link for the show and everything. So we'll be back at 9 o'clock. It's in French. Ça va être en français, les amis. Oui, ça va être en français. True, but the body is aging. Yeah. Being still and stationary is a painkiller for me. Yeah, but for sure, the Fontaine of Youth, Fontaine of Youth, Bozo informed us on this Fontaine of Youth. That's what I'm telling you. That's a real. Oh, I didn't finish what I was saying about the children too. Hold on. Dealing with emotions. We should teach them to deal with their emotions because emotions are energy in motions. That's why they harvest our emotions through social media, engineering, TV. It's all to harvest our energy. What is energy? It's emotion, energy in motion. So dealing with emotions is very important. The power of thoughts and how it creates. That too, Symbolism with shapes. tapping into one's subconscious and how it can be fed with and without the conscious mind knowing. Neuro-linguistic programming. I think that's more into the deep programming of the language, but I think it's a good thing to know. I'm going to research on this too. Compassion, empathy, and helping others. Compassion, empathy, and helping others. Questioning things objectively. More art, dance, music, expression, and creativity. But these things are not taught in school, especially how to use and develop one's intuition means following your heart, going after your wildest dream. That's it. So I'm out. I'll be back. That's at 9 o'clock on there's a tree that grows in South Africa that reverse aging. Yeah, the tree of life. The tree of life. I heard about that. Yeah, but I think it's all inside us. I think we can all find that fountain of youth inside us. I don't think we should look outside so much like in South Africa. I think it's all here and now. It's all here and now. It's just to get in touch with it and to feel that vibes, to feel that vibrancy, that vitality, and never let it go. And you're going to feel young forever. I feel younger than ever before. And I'm getting older. I'm getting old, but I'm not getting older. That's it. So thanks everyone for being here today, and I'll be back. I'm here every day, live and direct. So I'll see you another now. Rise and Shine, 9 o'clock on the Truman Show. See ya. Love ya.